TeachMeGrappling. What's up, guys? Brian Peterson, Anton Kalista. We've got Trent Munoz, and we're going to be showing you guys. What are we showing you guys?
Some arm throws, arm spins, some Anton variations.
Right. He was talking about it. Arm throws, guys. We call arm throws in wrestling. In judo, I just want to pay a little homage to judo. They love the seonagi. Okay, ippon seonagi or drop seonagi. They'll grab a guy and get some type of grip and throw the guy down and get into their classic kesugatami position. It's a great throw. These are the more wrestling, these are the Anton wrestling versions. You might see some subtle differences. Remember, I love all martial arts. If you guys do more of kind of like a judo style, some of this will look identical. Some of it might go into some different variations. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
Awesome. Hey, first one, very simple. Somebody's got a collar tie, right? Remember, a good collar tie in any grappling. Elbows in. His forearm is on my collarbone. That means if he wants to push me around, he's good. Like he's got a little block right here. So I'm gonna take my outside hand. I'm gonna go over the top, grab the elbow, and pull my elbow in. Right? I'm not just hanging out here because that's gonna slip out. Here and tight. Right? Now he's always gonna have this foot forward because he's gonna want to push with it. Right? So if this is too close for your comfort and you feel like you can't do your back step. Remember, back step is coming in here. You can do a little feint, right? So I can drop levels, get him to drop a little, right? His foot went back here. Now I can go with my back step. Remember, back step, outside foot steps across, inside foot comes to the back foot, right? So this is still tight. Arm comes through, and I'm gonna hit my back step. After I hit my back step, I'm just gonna pull my elbow into my crotch and drop to both knees. Here. Arm comes out. So again, there's different variations. Personally, I like to drop to my knees and pull everything down to the ground. I feel like I get a lot of power. If you're uncomfortable with dropping to your knees, you can also drop to your inside knee. So when I rotate here and I start dropping, I'm gonna rotate down to my right knee. Arm's gonna come over the top, grab this underhook, and again, get this elbow up here so we have good control, side control. One more time for this one. Again, very important. I'm not just hanging out here, right? Pull this in. Notice this pulls his body down. If I don't like, if this is way up here and I feel like I can't rotate through, get his leg back. You don't even have to reach. You just drop levels. Now back step. Arm comes over the top, underhook, lock up the elbow. Okay, that's number one. So this one's very practical because a lot of grappling is done from here, right?
Everybody gets a collar tie.
Right, anytime. What's the first move? We're like wrestling. Boom, collar tie. Oh, I don't like it. Pop. Over the top, isolate elbow. All right, next one. I call this as a Bulgarian, in reverse Russian, reverse 2-on-1. Remember 2-on-1 in wrestling? Well, Russian tie is here. Right, now if he was just a circle here, this is reverse 2-on-1. I call this Bulgarian. So instead of having my thumb on top, I have my thumb over on the outside. So I'm not pushing here, I'm pulling to me, right? One move. I'm gonna pull in. When I pull in, he's like, oh, I want my elbow, right? Now his elbow's gonna come up. As he pulls his elbow up, that's when I hit my back step. As I back step, I'm gonna move this wrist to go over the top of my shoulder. Here, right? So it was here, I pulled, he pulls up, and I'm gonna pull it over my shoulder. And then it's the same move. I'm taking this arm, once it's over my shoulder, and I'm drawing a line to the ground. Here, pulls up, cover, isolate elbow, shoulder of justice.
Sweet. You know what, let me just stop and say a couple things. Because I know that people always say this. You know, there was I'm not trying to crap on John Danaher, guys, because he's awesome. But I know that he mentioned, he had a video on takedowns for like Jiu-jitsu. And he recommended the ankle pick. But one of the things he said wasn't so good, and he gave the example, is like arm throws. Because when you do an arm throw, you could get choked. you know, a guy might take your back, or maybe you even execute. Like say I execute on Trent, and then he follows me, and we end up here. So in the sport of judo or wrestling, we score points. He's not allowed to choke me in wrestling, and in judo, I might get ippon, and the fight's over, so I don't have to worry. But in the real world, or with submissions, we have to worry about chokes. But hit that Bulgarian again, and notice what's going on here. He's got the wrist, guys. So even though he pulls it over his shoulder, look, he's got control of it. So if Trent wanted, it's not even possible. If he wanted to choke him, you can't choke him. You can't even stay on his back, right? When the panda bear throws you, you even try, he's gonna get that arm through. You guys see that arm came all the way through and caught the leg. That's sweet. I just think that's like a really good point, because a lot of people worry about that.
Yeah.
And that's why they choose not to do these moves, which doesn't make you better at these moves by saying, oh, they're dangerous, don't do them. Yeah. You're not gonna get good. Come on, guys. These moves are there because they work. You just have to master them. All right, master, let's see. What do you got?
Let's do one arm spin. This is a little different. So arm spin in wrestling means that when we hit our back step, remember arm throw, we kind of stay within this box on an arm throw, right? So, and again, with like a real shoulder throw, if I'm like trying to hit him for 5, I can get this locked up, right? And I can actually take him over. And I guess 5 in wrestling is like high amplitude move, so his feet are drawing a rainbow, right? Now, in an arm spin, my butt and my hips are actually gonna come out this way. So the move is very similar, but my back step is farther, right? My back step is farther. So instead of taking his arm to the ground, kind of towards my crotch, I'm tightening up his shoulder and then just one little pull. So I tighten up the shoulder with the spin and then I pull him down. Here's the setup, nice and easy. Another very common position right here, over-unders, right? A lot of times what happens here, we're like, we fight, and we're like, well, nothing's happening, so it happens, right? Something we were working on in practice today. It happens all the time because we're not comfortable there. It's a very simple setup. Arm that's on the overhook, I'm gonna reach for his left hip, and I'm gonna try to connect my left hip to his right hip here, right? So I put him in a very uncomfortable position. In some circumstances, this arm slips out, I might get a takedown here, right? I might just catch him sleeping. Maybe while you're wrestling, I might just catch him sleeping. Get behind him. But again, the good guys, you're gonna catch it and see Trent circle back toward me right away. What does that open up? This whole space, right? This whole space for attack. So nice and slow. Here, he circles back. And I have my arms spin.
That's right. A great setup.
So one more time. Finish here. And remember, I worked with this with our wrestlers today. You can't just reach. This isn't good enough. Because look, I actually give him a better underhook. Right? So watch. If I just say, oh, coach just said I had to reach for this hip. Here, well, look, all he's going to do is drop his shoulder, grab my leg. No, easy, simple. Grab my leg. I just gave him the move. I have to make sure, most importantly, that I get this elbow here. Right? But I'm doing that with my hip. Right? So I've dropped, look at the back. See where I've dropped levels?
That's very different.
I'm not over the top. This is bad. This, he drops levels right into a single. Boom. I've lost the position. Drop here. Right? Now he's like, oh crap, I gotta circle out. Oh. Arm spin. Damn. And I guess, yeah, coming over the top, let's go over finishes really quick. So pretend like I did the setup, right? I came through. So if you get stuck here, right? Not the best position for jiu-jitsu, I understand. But all you have to do, inside arm on this armpit here, and then you're just gonna circle. Over the top. Now you're in your north-south position. Now, if you're like me, you've hit it a couple times before, I don't hold on that tight. I make sure as soon as my body hits, my right shoulder's out, and I'm gonna start swimming. Right? Here, on the top.
Right.
Because I want that underhook.
That's what we'd like to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes we over-rotate.
Yeah, and you get stuck, and you feel like, if I don't keep that arm, I'm not gonna get the throw, which is fine. Go for it. But just make sure, control the arm, swim over the top, right in the north-south, easy.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh no, he's got my neck.
Sometimes I keep it with this one, and I reach up and I pull his head, and then I give the head to my other hand.
Oh yeah, swim under.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I do mine a little different, but same technique, guys. And keep in mind, the judo version, this is like what I was talking about earlier, is more in the middle, like Coach was talking about, with the back step. But now we're going more to the outside. Some people do variation where they step and rotate. And then some people have like the Polish, where I already have my left foot here and I just pivot. And I come around. Now, if I go towards the mat and I end up here, go ahead and come in. Like what Anton did is he was able to come like this and catch that head. Another way of doing it is, it's basically the same thing. I'm just gonna keep engaged. I'm gonna grab the head with this hand and pull. Feel that, Trent? Try to stay behind me. Like, yeah, you wanna go behind me? I grab your head, and now I've got it with 2 hands. And now I know he's not gonna climb out behind me. Just a little boom, boom. But you could do whatever's easier. But the preferred method is to get the underhook, is to come back and get that underhook. Yeah. But that's sweet. So what did we just do? We showed you guys 3 moves that are all kind of related and similar. Yeah. Let's run it down. Run it back.
Run back?
One more time, real quick.
All right. Again, this is all up to your discretion too, how you finish. You can rotate to the inside leg. Like I said, I always drop. I feel like I get more power there, in my opinion. All right, number 1, collar tie. Very common position. Over the top, elbow in. Again, not here. Elbows in, back step, staying more square. There, drop, arms over the top. Always walking up. Number 2.
Quick.
Bulgarian, remember, not here. Hand over the top. Hand on the tricep. Again, you can always push, pull to set it up. I just like pull it to the mat. As soon as I pull it to the mat, he's like, oh, I want to go back up. Over the top. 3. On top. Number 3, arm spin, over under. Very common position. Remember, not here, but here. Arm spin.
That's violent.
Violence. Violence.
That was awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Trent, you're a good sport. I know you want to show yours? Go ahead, hit one real quick. Whatever, just do one. What's your favorite?
Give me an arm spin.
Yeah? Almost. Damn, you almost threw him right into the center of the earth. All right. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, please let us know. You can click that button. Also, subscribe to the channel. The channel's been getting a lot of traction lately. We need more of you guys out there. I know there's probably still some stragglers haven't clicked subscribe yet, so please do so. Click the link down below at Patreon, PayPal in the description box. Contribute to this channel if you would like to do so, if you have the heart for it. If not, no big deal. We'll see you guys next time with more
Join our membership channel.
There you go. And join the membership channel. You heard the man. All right, we're out.